Hey, what's up, weirdos? Welcome in. I'm Kellen, and this is Movement Parallels Life. I've got a great Primal movement body weight workout for us today. We're going to start off with a warm-up series, some simple movements to take your body through a full range of motion, give you the chance to check in, see where you're at today. Then we're going to move on to our primary series. It's got 6 different movement patterns. We're going to start by breaking down each one of those patterns, and then we'll go through the full series, circuit style, 60-second intervals, 2 consecutive rounds. Then we've got a finisher, a little something to cap off the workout before we get into the cool down. Before we get started, just a quick reminder that we're keeping our focus on quality of movement, quality over quantity. So make any modifications to these movements to make them work for you. Don't move into pain, and focus on form, making a connection to the movement first, and then you can always add more intensity, more speed, and more reps. Remember, your movements don't have to look exactly like my movements, and that's the beauty of this whole thing. This is about figuring out how movement works for your body. So challenge yourself, focus on the form, connect to the movements, and you do you. All right? So that's a good way to set the intention. Now let's get into things, starting off with the warm-up series. All right, with our warm-up series, we're going to start off in a supine lying position. Lie on your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest, arms out to the side, and just going to begin by taking your knees from side to side. Keep your core lightly braced for support. And as you take your knees to the side, maybe extend that top leg, reach away from your body to find a stretch. Two more. Come back to middle. Plant the soles of your feet on the floor. Walk your shoulder blades together. Tuck your pelvis, pushing your low back into the ground, and then drive your hips up to this bridge position. Make sure that your bottom ribs aren't flaring open. We don't want to arch the back too much. And then we're going to go into a alternating march. Two more, one each side. Bring both feet down, and then you're going to start rolling from shoulder to shoulder. Roll to the shoulder and extend your opposite arm into a reach. Four more. Lower down. Once again, tuck your knees. Start creating a rocking action. Rock up, rotate, reach back, rock back, up, and then switch sides. One more. Now from this sitting position, plant your hands back behind your hips, lay your knees to the side, and we're going to rotate. Keep swiveling. Pause for a moment. If that's feeling good, you can try that movement without posted hands. Pause. Now we're going to switch patterns here. So pick up this back leg, sweep it forward, rock back to your hips, switch your legs, take your straight leg, wrap it back. And repeat, back leg forward, switch, wrap it back. We're going to do 10, 8 more. Pause for a second here in this side sit position. Get rooted into the ground, elongate your spine. Hinge forward from the hips to start to turn on the stretch. And now from here, start to sweep your body from side to side or rise up and lower down. Just gonna take about 15 or 20 seconds to stretch the hips here. Then rise up, reach your hands across your front thigh and twist. You can hold that twist or move in and out. Come back, switch sides. Let's do it again. Long spine, get rooted into the ground, hinge forward. Make sure you keep your shoulders back. And just spend about 15, 20 seconds hunting around here. Find the stretch that feels best for you. Rise up, reach your hands across your front thigh and twist. Now transition to hands and knees. Set this position up strong. So you want your arms locked out, palms glued into the ground, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You can tuck your toes and begin with some rocking forward and back. As you rock back, pull into the creases of your hips and keep your spine long. As you rock forward, press your hands and fingertips strongly into the floor. Two more. 1, 2, and come back to middle. Start to round your spine and then arch your spine. Do 4 more cycles. One more. Round, arch, and come back to middle. Now place one hand behind your head Support arm is locked out, pushing the ground away as you rotate open. Pause. And then come down, tuck your elbow towards your opposite hip. Let's do 4 more. Reset and let's switch sides. Set it up, rotate open, and tuck. Two more. And then come back to your base position. Strengthen your core, bring some tension there to stabilize, and we'll work some hip circles next. So you're gonna pick up one leg, bring it all the way around for 6. Lift, tilt, bring it around. Reverse direction. And go ahead, switch sides. Reverse. Transition to a kneeling position. And rotate through the shoulders, plant one hand, reach across your body, and then switch. Rotate, plant, and reach. Last one. Then a palm stretch. So you're going to place your fingertips down on the ground, palms facing forward, hug your elbows inward, and then bend your elbows down towards your thighs. Work within your range of motion here. This stretch can be pretty intense. Work your wrists out. And we'll do one more set of rotations. This time from kneeling, tuck your toes. Same pattern here. Rotate, plant, reach. Two more. And then one more stretch for the wrists. Place the backs of your hands down on the floor. Start to rock from side to side. Ten more. and then come down to lying on your side. Stack your knees, a little bit of a tuck here, supporting on your forearm. Make sure you're not collapsing into your shoulder, but press the ground away. Feel the stability coming from your lats here. Nice activation here under the armpit. Now, you're gonna press up, pull one knee in towards your chest, and then extend outward. Draw it in, drop down to the floor, lift, extend out. Six more. Switch sides. Stack your knees, like tuck position, strong forearm support with active lat. Draw the knee in, kick out. Lower, draw in, lift and kick out. Six more. Last one. Come up to a seated position. Round and extend through your spine a few times. Roll your head. All right, our warm-up series is complete. Now it's on to the primary series. All right, first round through our primary series is just gonna be the walkthrough, chance to practice each of these movements and make any modifications that you need to make these movements work best for you, all right? So we're gonna start off, first movement, we've got hollow body extensions and or hollow body rocks. So we're back in this supine tuck position to begin. We wanna make sure that we are maintaining a strong core connection, low back stays in contact with the ground. Knees are held in tight, arms held in tight, and then extend both the arms and legs to come out to the hollow body position, return to your tuck. Let's do 8 more. Take a moment to relax. You can modify that hollow position by extending just your legs, or your arms can extend at your sides, or you can even extend one leg at a time, or extend the leg and your opposite arm. Biggest thing here is that you are maintaining that core connection, low back stays in contact with the ground. Then you can stay with that hollow body extension, or you can start to incorporate our tucked rocking or hollow body rocking. So come back to this supine tuck position. You can maintain a tight rocking action here, or extend and create that same little rocking action. Our second movement is a combination movement, a supine hip press and a seated twist. So for the hip press, we're back in this tuck position. You're going to draw your knees in towards your chest and then pulse up to the ceiling. You can hold your arms out at your sides, but let's do a set together for 10 reps.
Last one. And then rock up to a sitting position. Then we're gonna go to a seated twist. So you can keep your heels grounded. You're gonna recline slightly and then rotate through your shoulders, maybe rotating to touch your elbow to the floor. So set that up. Let's do a set of 10 twists. Last one. Go back and forth between those two patterns. Maybe perform 5 hip presses and 10 twists. So we'll do one more set. We'll do 5 presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that all the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Movement number 3. From that seated position, post your hands back behind your hips. Come into an inverted crawl position. So hips are elevated off the ground, and make sure that you're actively pressing the ground away through locked out arms. It's going to be a subtle weight shift. Extend one leg and then reach for your toes with your opposite hand. Bring it down, shift. And so we've got this inverted diagonal reach. Shift, extend the leg, and push the ground away as you go for that reach. So you don't want to be melting into the shoulders, just making a quick tap. I want you to extend the leg and extend into the reach. So set up this inverted position. Let's do a set of 10 alternating diagonal reaches. Get set and begin. Bring it down. Quick rest. Let's do one more set of 10. Engage the position, set it up, and begin. 1, 2. Next movement in our series, we can start in this inverted crawl position, opposite hand foot balance, and then the free leg is going to draw underneath the body. We rotate and come to a crawl position. Opposite hand foot balance, leg passes under, come to inverted, back to crawl. Going from side to side, this is our crawl, pass under transition. Let's go for a set of 10. Start, shift, 2-point balance, rotate, tap, and bring it back for 1. Tap and bring it back, 2. Tap, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. All right, that's the pass under transition. And an option to expand on that, you can incorporate some crawling either in the inverted position or basic foot hand crawling. Movement number 5 in the series, we're going to come to a crouch position or deep knee bend. This is a lateral shuffle crawl. Reach across your body, plant, plant, shift your weight into your arms, push into the ground so you can jump your feet past your hands. Plant, plant, shift, and a little jump, focusing on a soft landing. You can stay low here and make this little shuffle switch.
is the outside leg and replaces or kicks out the inside leg, or you can elevate your hips. You can even start to jump higher off the ground. So as long as you're focusing on that soft landing. And final movement in our series, we've got a rock up, sprawl back, push up. Let's break that down real quick. Figure 4 leg position, rock back, rock up, onto a half kneeling base, and then really you can plant your hands anywhere. Plant and step your legs back, push up. I'll step out to the side, slide my other leg in. So I'm going to slide my shin towards my heel, sit to my hip, rock. So the idea here is that you can use your momentum from the rock up to transition into your push-up. There's a number of ways to do that. We're just going to break down the simplest, most accessible way to do that. But you can also get creative with this. Mix it up, start to play around. Again, I want you to make the modifications to make the movements work for you. All right, so that's our primary series, that's our practice round. Now it's time to get into it, turn up the heat. We're gonna go through 2 consecutive rounds, 60-second intervals. You ready? Let's do it. All right, our timer's set, 60-second intervals, kicking things off with hollow body extensions and or hollow body rocks, all right? So get in position. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Ten seconds. Next up, we've got supine hip presses and seated twists. 5 presses, rock up, recline, 10 twists. Fifteen seconds. Post your hands behind your hips, inverted position, diagonal reaches.
Halfway. Ten seconds. Pass under transitions and crawling. "20 seconds, keep it up." Over to one side, lateral shuffle crawl. "15 seconds. All right, rock up to push up. All right, here we go. Second round. Hollow body, extensions and rocks. "20 seconds. Supine hip presses and seated twists. 20 seconds. Bring it up. Inverted position, diagonal reaches. Twenty seconds. All right, pass under transitions and crawling. Fifteen seconds. Lateral shuffle crawls. Keep working, halfway through. Fifteen seconds. And rock up to push up. Bring it up, and that's time. Good work. All right, great job on the primary series. Now we've got one last push here, our finisher. This is gonna be made up of two movements. We're gonna be working with arch body lifts or arch ups. So
lying on your stomach, extend your arms and legs. In one motion, lift, pause, and lower. That's the first movement. Then second movement, coming up to a strong plank position with alternating shoulder taps. We're gonna perform each one of those movements for 30 seconds. We're gonna do 6 total rounds, 3 passes through each movement, starting with arch ups, all right? Let's finish strong. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arch ups, let's get it. Bring it up. Plank shoulder taps. Round 2, lower down, arch ups. Plank shoulder taps. Final round, arch ups. Bring it up, finish strong, shoulder taps. There we go, that's time, good work. All right, now let's get a quick cool down and we'll be done with today's practice. Let's come back to that inverted position. And now we'll go with a bridge reach. So shift your weight, remove one hand from the ground. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling and extend that arm into a big arc. And you can start to rotate your body a little bit, find the angle that gives you the best stretch. Bring it down. Plant the hand and switch sides. Shift, lift, and extend into the reach. Little pause, little rotation. Come back and switch.
Let's do 4 more, 2 more each side. Last one. Lower your hips to the ground. Next up, we've got a straddle stretch. Key here, wants you to be able to elongate your spine. Be able to sit tall. So maybe to post your hands behind your hips or grab a towel, roll it up, and a little bolster to your hips so you can achieve a better position. Want to make sure that you're not hunched over or struggling too much, but set this position up so you can maintain a long spine and actively extend those legs, reach them out away from your body. You can start to push your hips forward. Work with this, find the stretch that feels best for you. It should feel challenging, and this stretch is supported by some strength. You shouldn't be dying here, you shouldn't be struggling at this point. I want you to be able to maintain deep, relaxed breathing. And then from this position, starting to add in these little movements to intensify and tailor the stretch. So starting to rock, leaning forward from the hips, keeping the shoulders back and spine long. Keep breathing, be gentle with your movements, but also use those movements to help promote the stretch. Support your movements and support your body with strength and activation. So the legs are pressing down into the floor, reaching away from the body, providing a foundation. That combination of stretch and strength is really going to help translate to more mobility gains. If you come back to the side bend sit stretch, take the back leg, swing it across the front knee for your crossover hip stretch. Again, elongate your spine here. Sit tall. Now you can grab onto the knee, hug. Or you can push the knee away. I'm going to shift my weight, plant my hands, elongate the back leg and come into a lunge stretch. You might hold this with your back knee down and chest up, or fingertips down, long back leg. My right foot is forward. I can plant my left hand, start to rotate my body, and then slide my back leg in. Coming back to that crossover stretch. One more time, I'm going to shift, slide back to the lunge stretch. Can switch sides here. Switch and crossover stretch. Rotate, plant the hands, slide the leg back, lunge stretch. One more time, slide in, crossover. Rotate, plant the hands, slide back, lunge stretch. Bring it down, step back. And with that, our practice today is complete. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come move with me. I hope this one has got you feeling great in your body. And if you like this style of training, then check out my content on the Playbook app. I've got training programs and follow along classes just like this one to help take you deeper into this concept of primal or natural movements. All right, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Thank you again for checking out the workout. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, come back, we'll move again soon. In the meantime, take good care of yourself, keep on moving, and I'll see you in the next practice.